Hello, friends. So, I'm thankful to the organizer for calling me for the online reflection to give a talk in online reflection course in mathematics. Um, and my earlier interaction with this college has been there, and it is just nice to see that the college is coming up in a very nice manner with the program in terms of the activities that are being organized over here. So in this refresher course, I would like to give a talk on sign network application for network security. So before I come to the main topic, I need to give some brief introduction about what are the tools that we are going to use to understand this application of sign network in network security. One has to understand the basic behind, and then only one can understand how it is working. Yeah. So with this, I start with a brief introduction. What is a sign graph? Uh, Actually, the so in all the data in the social sciences can be modeled by using a sign graph. It is a sign graph in short, denoted by capital S, is a graph G in which each edge x carries a value Sx, which is either plus 1 or minus 1. And if the edge receives plus 1, then it is called when it is receiving plus 1 or minus 1. These are the weights on the edges, and these are called the signs. And because since G is an underlying graph, so it is denoted as S is equal to GS, where small s is the function on the S set of G. So and then all those which are receiving under the small s are all those edges, those are receiving plus 1, are kept in one set E plus S belonging to S set of G, such that Sx is equal to plus 1, and E minus x is x belonging to Eg, such that Sx is equal to minus 1. So these are the set of edges whose weights have been given minus 1, and these are the set of edges whose weights are plus 1. This is according to this is according to some rule. Okay, it will not be directly, I mean, it may there can be many ways, but then some or the other rules are applied, and it will depend on the model. So, and it is model specific actually. The elements of E plus S are called the positive edges set of S, and E minus S are called the negative edge set of S. Okay, so since I said that it is model, the signs on the on the edges plus 1 and minus 1 are model specific. Therefore, there can be many ways you can model. So different sign graphs can be obtained from the graph G, and those sign graphs can be kept under one set, that is psi s. Okay, this denote the set of all sign graph whose underlying graph is G. In general, a subgraph S dash of a psi graph S is said to be all positive. Sorry. Is said to be all positive if all the edges of the S dash are positive. That is, all the edges receive the plus 1 sign, and it is said to be all negative if all the edges receive the minus 1 weight or a sign. A psi graph will be said to be homogeneous if it is either all positive or all negative. In case if the all the edges receive plus 1 sign, then also it will be homogeneous, and if it receives all the edges receives minus sign, then also it will be homogeneous. And cliques are defined as the complete subgraphs of the graph. The positive negative degree of the vertex V, denoted by d plus V or d minus V, is the number of positive negative edges incident on the vertex V, and the total degree V will be the sum of the positive and negative degrees. So here is the example, simple example of a sine graph where A, B, C, D are the vertices and these are the edges. So here what the bold edges are the edges which are receiving the plus one sign, and the dotted edges are the edges which are receiving the minus one sign. So sine graph, instead of writing plus one and minus one pictorially, if it is depicted, generally the practice is that when the edge is receiving the plus sign, they will be represented by the bold line, and when it is receiving the minus sign, it will be denoted by the dotted line. Again, there can be many ways to draw the sine graph on this graph. It could have been possible that AB is also negative, but again, it is just a model specific. On which model are you working? It will depend on that. And marking of a psi graph, a function mu on the vertex set going to plus 1 and minus 1 is called marking of a psi graph S, and the marked psi graph with this marking is denoted by S mu, and this is called which is called the marked psi graph. Okay, so this is the vertices are receiving plus minus. So again, this any vertex, it could have received plus 1 or minus 1, it could have received plus 1 or minus 1, here the same thing. But again, as I said earlier, as for edges, for vertices also it is model specific. Okay, so or there can be some rule to assign. It will depend on the problem that you are working, how you want to uh, assign the weight on the vertices and on the edges too. The sine graph of a cycle is defined to be the product of the sine of its edges. Suppose this is the sine graph, then in this is a cycle 1 2 5 1. Then this is positive cycle because the product of two negative edges will be, or even negative edges will be always plus 1. Okay, so and this is also positive because there are 4 2 3 6 5 2 is also a positive cycle because there are four negative product of all four negative edges will be again even, which will be positive number. Okay, so here I think all the cycles, if you see bigger or smaller, all the cycles are positive because there are in every cycle, whether the largest 1 2 3 6 5 4 1 or 1 5 4 or 1 2 5, whichever cycle you consider, every cycle has even number of negative edges. So that is why it is called and such a sine graph is called balance. It has got a huge application. Balance has got the huge application because um, it has got a huge application in the social psychology. So balance social is in the is the sociological motivation. If you look at, so it is a small group is balanced if it works well together, lacks tension. Sine graph is used to explicate this concept, where the vertices can be taken as a people and the edges between the people as a strong relationship, which, which will be either in the positive side or it will be on the negative side. Okay, so like likes and we can take like likes and dislikes, tells lies or tells truth, or associates with or avoids. So these are the two. For this one can put plus, and for this like you can put minus. Tells lies you can put plus, and tells truth you can put minus, and so forth. So balance sign graph was introduced as a model for balancing small groups by Cartwright and Harari in 1950s, and it is evident that a small group is balanced if and only if its corresponding sign graph is balanced. Small group is balanced if and only its corresponding cycle is balanced. So why it is said so? Because there is a characterization given by the Harari. I will come to that, it is here only. So sociology, the balance has got many other applications like social just. It is used in social justice, analysis of inequalities. It is used in economics, like analysis of structure of mathematical models for large complex systems, such as those used in to analyze the energy and economic systems. It is also used in the political science for international, as for example international relation, where the vertices can be taken as the countries and the signs plus one and minus one between them will be whether they are allies to each other or they are enemies to each other. So it analysis of at point of analysis of literature at point of tension is resolved by changing it to balance. That is, if the sine graph is unbalanced, that is some of the cycles are negative, then you can make it balanced by changing few of the relationship by negative to positive or positive to negative, so that the whole every cycle becomes positive, and when all the cycles are positive, then it becomes balanced sine graph. So this is a major characterization which is given by Harari. A sine graph is balanced if and only if the vertex set can be partitioned into two disjoint subsets such that each positive edge joins the vertices in the same set and each negative edge joins vertices in the different set. Okay, so each positive edge will join the vertices in the same set and each negative edge will join the vertices in the different sets. That means you will have like this. You have this like this is the graph where the negative where the edges are having positive and negative weights. Instead of drawing dotted and bold lines, here the signs are given on the edges. So what is balanced? If you can partition the vertex set into two disjoint subsets such that each positive edge joins vertices in the same set and they join the vertices in the same set and each negative edge joins vertices in the different set. Positive edge will join the vertices in the same set and the negative edge will join the vertices in the different sets. So like here, like see all the green circles are joined by the positive edge which are in the same. Green circle vertices can be kept in one set and red colored vertices can be kept in other set. And you can see that when there is a line between green and red, then the edge is negative, and when it is line between the same set, that is red and red, then it is positive, and green and green it is positive. It could happen because all the cycles here has even number of negative edges. All the cycles here has even number of negative edges. That is why this is possible. Okay, so this has got a wide application. Like it can be used in idealized party structure. When the members of the party have the dialogue, they agree. When the members of the same party have a dialogue, they tend to agree to each other. But when the members of different party have a dialogue, they disagree. So so you we can then there can be a theorem that political system is balanced if and only if it has only idealized two party structure. Okay, if it has only two party structure, then what happens? Then one party will be in one set and the other party will be in another set, and all the negative edges will be lying in between as by the as we go by the characterization of the balance sign graph by Harari. This is the characterization. So this will be possible when it is two party system. Okay, so that is why then the system will be political system will be balanced. But when there are so many parties, the balance is not, you cannot obtain the balance, because because every party will be speaking on their own. They will be speaking on their own for their own party. So different parties may have different ideologies, and they will stick to their own ideology, not complying with the other ideology of the other party. And world balance graph is also the well-known study, is also well-known studied in the as a voltage graph of an electric circuit, in the Kirchhoff's law of voltage and Kirchhoff's law of current, where the weights of the voltage is between the two nodes, where the weights is the voltage between the two nodes. According to Kirchhoff's second law, the sum of voltages along any circuit is zero. This kind of balanced graphs plays an important role in many scientific and technical problems. So, till now, what I have talked is that there is a sine graph. There can be many sine graph on the given structure, and then we can put a marking on the vertices. And then next is that there is a very important property which is generally studied for a sine graph, that is balance property. So, what is balance? When all the cycles are positive in the sine network. Okay, and then it has got several applications, so we have talked about the application, some applications superficially, but then you need to study, go into deep. But then I will be using the definition part. Okay, definition part, and how it can be used for the it can be used in in the network security. Okay, so it also appears in computing the ground state energy in non-ferromagnetic IC model. And for this, one will need to find the largest balance edge set in the sine graph. So largest balance edge set, where you will in this one needs to find out. So there are algorithms by which you can find out. The Ising model is a mathematical model of ferromagnetism in statistical mechanics. The model consists of discrete variables called spins that can be in any one of the two states. The spins are arranged in lattice. If you have studied what is lattice, is also a kind of graph, and each spin interacts at most with its nearest neighbors. So each spin will interact with the nearest, with the vertices to which it is connected. And here the goal is to find the phase change in the Ising model, which is a simplified model of phase change in real substance. The two-dimensional square lattice using Ising model is one of the simplest statistical model to show a phase change. It can also be used in the risk management. In some cases, what happens that uh, if you have the portfolios of securities, like if you have, suppose you have a share of automobile industries. Okay, so there are so many, like Maruti, Hyundai, and many other. Suppose you take the for cars, there are so many cars, and you see that the rise in price of one car will affect the rise, or will affect the price of the other car. Okay, so it has been shown that if you buy the share, this has been worked out by Harari in 2002. It appeared in International Journal of Management, and here he has predicted that if we have a data of 15 years, and if there is of the shares of the automobile industry, and if the what happens that how data of the price fluctuation between the different cars. So what happens that if the Now, what was done over there, that if the car, if the price, if so they have calculated, Harari has calculated the correlation between the prices. It says that if the correlation, as you all know, that the correlation lies between -1 and 1. So he has made a sine graph out of this. How? If the two shares of the car, if the price increases for both the cars, if the rise in price of one car increases the rise in price of the other car also, then we join the two with the and the correlation, the rise in price is and the correlation is, since it lies between -1 and 1, so if the correlation is point 2 to +1, then it will be, they will be joined by the plus, by the bold line. If the correlation is between the minus point 2 to -1, then the two will be joined by the negative line, that is dotted line. So this is done for every pair of share. Okay, so this will result into a complete graph, which is a sine graph. Once, and it is predicted that the sine graph that is obtained in such a manner, if it is balanced, then in the long run, actually, then in the long run there will be, you will know that how you how your shares are moving. Okay, and you will be beforehand, you will see that what will be happening after 20 years to this, or after maybe not 20 years, maybe after 40 years the things will be like this, will be in the positive side or it will be in the negative side, and accordingly you will you will buy the share. But if it is unbalanced, that is, if any one of the cycle is negative, then it is not balanced, and in that case the is this will represent investment portfolio which is characteristically the sine graph developed after this will be representing the investment portfolio which is statistically unpredictable. Okay, so once it is balanced, then it is more predictable. Okay, when considering the network security, when considering the network security, it must be emphasized that the whole network is that the whole network must be secured. Now we come to the actual topic, that the whole network, when considering this, then the whole when we are talking about network security, then the whole network must be secured. So it does not only concern the security in the computers at each end of the communication chain, but when transmitting the data, the communication channel must not be vulnerable to attack. That means you need to keep a lock so that nobody is able to track the network. So, network security and cryptography is a concept to protect network and data transmission over wireless network. So here for network security and cryptography, I'm going to use the sine graph. So what is data security? Data security is the main aspect of secure data transmission over unreliable network. Okay, data security is a challenging issue of data communication today, and it touches many areas of which including secure communication channels, strong data encryption technique, and trusted third party to maintain the database. So network security, and we see that the network security and data security becomes an important thing to study, because if it is vulnerable to attack, then one needs to be careful and one needs to devise a tool so that it does not become vulnerable to attack. Okay, so one has to be so that is why how could it be taken consider could be how could one transfer the data using the network, so that nobody is able to crack it out. So a simple small work is done in this direction by using the sign graph, that the data can be secured by using the by taking care by using the characterization of the sign graph. The rapid development in information technology, the secure transmission of confidential data gets a great deal of attention these days. The conventional method of encryption can only maintain the data security. So there are so many ways. So this is one addition to that. Okay. So the information could be accessed by the unauthorized user for malicious purpose. So we need to be very careful. We need to design a tool. The conventional methods can easily be cracked. So several experiments and new tools are developed so as to secure it, so that it cannot be it is not vulnerable to attack. Okay. um, so at the I will be talking about this in my further slides, uh, and then in the end we will introduce a method of encoding and decoding of data using network as sign graph, and also the basic we are using the network of sign graph and also the basic properties of matrices. For the purpose of network security in my discussion, S will be considered as the basis of information, which is encrypted to line sign graph ls to assure confidentiality, integrity and authentication of the transmitted data. So now I am going to transfer the data in the transform network, so that, and then what is the transformation that the myself and the recipient must be knowing, and nobody else in between. Okay. So this is the I have taken ls over here just to make the topic easy to understand for every beginners. Otherwise it could have been a tedious network where it will be really difficult to crack. So, but then whatever I'm using here, S and what is LS, one has to learn that what is LS and how I am going to use those for the science secure for the security networks. So, security of the network. So, this is a sign graph where these are the edges. So, dotted lines, as I told you, are the dotted lines are the negative edges and positive lines are the positive edges, that is the edges receiving plus sign, and dotted lines are the edges receiving minus sign. It is denoted by capital S. And what is ls of this? You take all the edges over here as the vertices. Okay. So now the vertex this is l of s, this is s, and this is l operator of s. So what happens that if you take e1 e2 e3 e1 e2 e3 e4 e5 e6 are the edges out here, you take it as the vertices and join two vertices only here when they are adjacent to when these edges are adjacent in S. So like E1 and E2, E1 and E3 will be joined because E1 and E3 are E1 and E3 are adjacent to each other. Here you see this is E1, this is E3, both are adjacent to each other. E1 and E2 are adjacent to each other. So E1 will be joined to E2. E1 and E5 are adjacent to each other, so they will be joined to each other. E3 and E2 are not adjacent to each other, so they will not be joined. Okay, so E1 can be joined to E2, E1 can be joined to E3, E1 can be joined to E5, E1 can be joined to E4, E4 can be joined to E6, E4 can be joined to E2, E4 can be joined to E5. So this way, so that will develop into this kind of graph, and this is called the line sign graph of S. Any given sign graph is a line sign graph if it is isomorphic to the line sign graph of some sign graph T. Okay, so then this T will be called as the root of the line sign graph, or sometimes it is called the line root of S. Yes. Hmm. And what is sign compatible sign graph? Um, if there exists a marking mu of its vertices such that end vertices of every negative edge receive minus sign in mu, every see this is sign compatible when end vertices of every negative edge will receive minus sign and positive edge may receive plus one and minus if it is positive. So first of all you will get hold of the negative edges, and then you mark the end vertices by negative sign, and then you see that no positive edge has both of its ends negative, like all the positive edge has both the ends positive, or one positive and another negative. The given psi graph S is the line psi graph if it is isomorphic to line sign graph of some t, of some sign graph t, and t will be called as a line root of S. So a sign graph S is sign compatible if there exists a marking mu of its vertices such that end vertices of every negative edge receive minus sign in mu. Mu is the function on the vertices, and no positive edge in S has both its ends marked negative with the function mu. In other words, a sign graph will be sign compatible if and only if its vertices can be partitioned into two subsets V1 and V2 such that all negative sub-psi graph of S is the precisely the sub-psi graph induced by exactly one of the subsets V1 and V2. That is, any sign graph will be sign compatible. This is the characterization. If vertex set can be partitioned into two subsets V1 and V2 such that all negative subsets, if I take the sign graph on V1, then it is either all negative, or if I take the sign graph of V2, the sign graph is all negative. Okay, so this is further definition for the sign compatibility. So line sign graph of any sign graph are always sign compatible, and this forms the sub line sign graph form the subclass of sign compatibility, sign compatible graph, sign graph. Now, what is the characterization of the line sign graph? The by a positive negative section of the by of a subgraph S dash of a psi graph S, we mean a maximal edge induced connected sub psi graph in S dash consisting only of the positive negative edges in S. In particular, a positive negative section in a heterogeneous I is essentially a maximal all positive or all negative path in the cycle. The by a positive negative section, these are the I will just come to that. By a positive negative section of a subgraph S dash of a psi graph S, we mean a maximal edge induced connected sub psi graph in S dash consisting only of the positive or negative edges in S. Like this is if I have some example, I'll be see the negative section will be like if I take these word, this is the negative section. all negative connected together. So this you can take all three lines. This will be because they are all connected to each other. So you can take this as max, because and this has to be maximal. So this is maximal all negative subgraph, which will be called as a negative, which is in the, which is lying in the graph, and this will be called as a this will be called as a this will be called as a negative section. Okay, so there is only one negative section over here, and here there are, here it is also, there is only one negative section. Like you can go from here, negative, negative, and negative. So basically it is all negative subgraph. Okay, so those will be called as a negative section. So if you have a sign compatible, then vertex set can be partitioned into two, such that either in V1 or in V2, either the graph induced by the vertices in V1 will be all negative, or graph induced by the vertex V2 will be all negative. And positive negative sections, we have already I have already explained. Uh, Positive negative section in case of the heterogeneous cycle is essentially a path. All negative path, if it is if it end vertices are joined by a positive edges, then this will be called as a negative section. So there is one has to go through this, and then to understand this, that the following statements are equivalent for given any sign graph S. That if it is a line sign graph, then uh, S is a line sign graph, or the underlying graph of a sign graph is a line graph, and for any two vertices, this for all 6 points are equivalent to each other. And for any two vertices UV belong to Vs, and for any UV path in S, either U is equal to V, and the cycle so created is not a triangle with exactly two negative edges, or UV path contains no positive section of length 1 unless one of its end is U or V. Basically, it has to be, first of all, its underlying graph must be a line graph, and it say this, all the line in between the lines, if you want to read, it is saying that there should be in a graph it will be sign compatible only when it will be a it has to be a line sign graph, and it has to be sign compatible also, which says that, according to which, if there should not be any triangle where which has two negative edge and one positive edge. Okay, and there should not be any path on four vertices, any path P3 on four vertices, such that the central edge is positive and the both the ends on its sides are negative. Because if you give the negative marking to the end vertices of the negative edge, the and at both the ends where the negative edge is attached, then what happens, that the positive edge is also receiving the negative marking, which is not correct. Okay, so you need to have, it has to have a sign compatible property. Then SU is a line graph, and for any edge, positive edge UV of S, either there is no negative edge at U, or there is no negative edge at V. Then these are all equivalent statements. The fourth statement says that underlying graph is a line graph, and the vertices of S can be assigned +1 or -1, or sometimes plus and minus. It is one and the same thing, such that both the ends of every negative edge receive minus sign, and the same is not true for any positive edge. And then or SU is a line, underlying graph is a line graph, and the vertex at VS can be partitioned into two subsets V1 and V2, one possibly empty, such that the graph induced by one of the set is all negative. Every line sign graph is sign compatible, but every sign compatible sign graph need not be line sign graph. Okay, so this by this pictorial diagram, I'm going to explain the characterization. So this was the given sign graph. So its underlying graph is, if I take all positive, that is its underlying sign graph, underlying graph. So underlying graph is the line graph. Okay, and now if I so in case, when can you say that the underlying graph is a line graph? If you are able to partition the vertex set into two, such that into a complete subgraph, such that no two sets have more any two sets have more than exactly one edge in common. Any two sets will have exactly one edge in common. So this will be a line graph. But then for whether it is a sign graph, for that sign graph you have to see the end vertices of the negative edge. Are you able to mark the vertices of a graph in such a way that the end vertices of the negative edge, any negative edge that you have considered, must be both negative. As you can see over here, this is a line sign graph, this is a sine graph or line sign graph, and from this you have, these are the subsets. See, if because it is a line graph, so the vertex set can be partitioned into complete subgraphs, such that any two vertices have exactly one vertex set have exactly one vertex in common. So we have these as a subset: 6, 4, 5, 6, 5, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. And then 4, 5, 6 is a between 4, 5, and 6 you have only 6 as a common vertex, and then between 4, 5, 6, and 5 you have only 5 as a common vertex. Between this is only 1, and between this only 3 is the common vertex. Okay, and if I take the line of this, I can get the same graph. If I take the line of this, then I get the graph this, which is same as the original graph. Okay, so now one more thing, see, balance and consistency and all this I will be adding into the sine graph, so that the sine graph remains more and more, it becomes more and more difficult to attack the network, because this property of line or any derived sine graph that we are going to obtain from S will be difficult to crack until and unless other person knows that which algorithm has been used to convert the S into LS. So line sign graph into line sign graph. So consistent mark graph. A consistent mark graph was introduced by Bernanke and Harari in 1978. So this concept was also developed for the digraph in 1978. The concept was motivated by the network. If the binary messages are sent through the network with vertices having minus sign, okay, if any message has to be, if message has to be transferred, so if it is through a chain of people, Then if it is and if I locate the mentality of the people by positive mentality by plus and negative mentality by minus on the vertex, where vertices are representing the people, then and if the binary network is sent through this message, so then what happens, that the vertices having having negative marking have the tendency to reverse the message, and vertices having plus will leave the message as such. Okay. So and then the consistent mark has the following consistent property, that all the cycles will have even number of negatively marked vertices. So balance, you have studied that all the cycles will have even number of negative edges. And then this is consistency, means all the cycle have even number of vertices marked positive in under mu. Then this is like, sorry, this was first studied in 78 by Benecke and Harari. And then Benecke and Harari consistent mark graph is sine graph. And then FS Roberts and Zhu and many other people have studied. Okay. So this is the communication network, which is which is talking about this, that if the person tell lie, always tell truth, then how is it going to work? The sine graph is said to be consistent if every cycle in the sine graph possesses an even number of negative vertices. Okay, so whenever this has even number of negative vertices, then it will be said to be consistent. And when can you say, see the, so now when can you say that the sine graph is as consistent? If the mark, since we are taking the line, we are taking the derived sine graph as the line sine graph, the marking here the on in the line sine graph of a sine graph is the vertices are given by the edges e1, e2, e3, e4. So if the edges are negative, if if the edges are negative in S, the marking will be negative of that edge, which is as present as vertex in LS as negative. And if it is positive there, then the corresponding edge here can be marked positive in LS. So in this case, so since the marking is being obtained from the sine graph, so sine graph S, so that is why it is called S consistent sine graph. So in that case, the marking can be obtained from any other sine graph where there is one-to-one correspondence between the edge set of S and vertex set of LS. Wherever this is possible. So line sine graph can be one of the example of that, where there is a one-one correspondence. So this, if you see here, this is the consistent marks graph because every cycle has even number of negative markings. So this is one cycle, this is another cycle. So even number of negative markings. So every cycle is having even number of negative markings. Here this is the sine graph, and this is the line sine graph of this sine graph. So here the edges are taken as vertices A, B, C, D, and then marking whatever is the sign on the edge, the same marking has been given to the vertex. This is a sine graph S, and this is the line sine graph of this obtained, where the vertices are the edges, and the edges are marked negative if the corresponding edge in this S is negative. So characterization of a sine graph whose line sine graphs are S consistent. So one can go through this, that for any isolate free sign graph of, means if there is it is not null graph, so of order n, ls is s consistent if and only if ls of any s, line sign graph of any sign graph s is s consistent if and only if s is balanced first of all, and for any vertex vi in s which is of order p, the degree of vi must be greater than equal to 3, and if degree of vi is greater than 3, then negative degree of vi is equal to 0. Okay, means if the any for any vertex, if the degree is 4, 5, 6, then the negative degree will not be there. Then only you can obtain ls as a consistent sign graph. And if degree of vi is equal to 3, then either negative degree of vi is equal to 0 or negative degree of vi is equal to 2. It is the total degree. Okay, if total degree of vertex is 3, then either the negative degree of that is equal to 0, or negative degree of that vertex is equal to 2. And if the degree of vi is due to negative, then the negative degree of vi will be due to the negative edges of the cycle. If all the conditions are satisfied, we say that the line sign graph is S consistent. A sign graph S and its line sign graph such that LS is S consistent is shown in figure. And its line says that it is, see this, if you see that if you label the edges over here, the corresponding, these are the vertices on the edges, and then on the the edges, and then marking is same as that you have as the edge is as that of the sign of the edge. And you see that because it is all the three, as all the properties of this is satisfied, therefore this will be consistent line sign graph. Then because every graph can be represented, every sign graph can be represented by a matrix, so every this is represented by, this is the sign graph is being represented by a matrix over here, 0 1 -1 0 0 over this matrix. Okay, the sign graph for this matrix. So and then you can work out for the balance, because you need to check now, this is to be balanced, and then first it should be balanced, and then all degree must be greater than, if degree is greater than 3, then negative degree must be 0. If degree is equal to 3, then negative degree of vi is equal to 0, or negative degree of vi is equal to 2, and so forth. So this is the corresponding adjacency matrix. So these are the outline to obtain, to see whether the graph is balanced, sign graph is balanced or not. Okay. So these one need to then the condition for the consistency to A to B can be checked to ABC. So where one has to check to detect S consistency of the line sign graph, we need to check whether the to detect balancing of a sign graph. So balancing can be checked by this algorithm over here. And we see that if you check this algorithm, the complexity is of order n square, although Cabell, when we work by this method, but although Harari and Cabell has given the order n for this for this algorithm, complexity of the algorithm to find the line sign graph, to find the balance, sorry. Okay, then these are the algorithm to obtain the line sign graph. So several algorithms are obtained for what? That S is algorithm to obtain ls from S, algorithm to obtain S from how can you obtain S from the given line sign graph? Okay, and then when can it be, how can you obtain S consistent line sign graph? All these algorithm you will be needing in encryption decryption. I think I will explain Now I will, and the complexity is also given for every algorithm. So these are the algorithms written which one can go, and you can find the flaw also if you find it somewhere. Otherwise, it is written with the help of C language. Now here, application in cryptography, we have given an algorithmic characterization of a sign graph S whose line sign graph LS is S consistent and which is of order 3. In this method, data is taken from the adjacency matrix with entries as 0, 1 and -1. Now, since any matrix can be represented in the form of an image and vice versa, so we can also take the help of the MATLAB to apply encryption and decryption and mechanism for an image through matrices. Okay, so algorithm is already defined to obtain line sign graph from a given sign graph, and if we have algorithm to obtain root line sign graph, which is already given in the previous slides, we can apply encryption decryption algorithm with the additional condition that LS is as consistent to an image. So I will just try to explain with whatever detail I have told you. I hope I will make the things clear by using this chart. First of all, every graph can be represented by a matrix. So what we do, we by the adjacency matrix, so we will convert the sign graph, that the network sign graph is the network which is to be transferred, and we are also want to make it sure that it is not vulnerable to attack. So what we do, we change the matrix into, we change the sign graph into the matrix known matrix form, and then we apply the algorithm to check whether it is S consistent or not. Okay, so that just we are applying as consistent and all that, so that whether its line sign graph is as consistent or not, so that one is not able to attack the network. Okay, and then apply the algo, and then we apply the algo to convert S to LS, because we are going to transform the data in the form of a LS, not S. And when the recipient receives it, he will be knowing to convert it into S back, because there is a characterization from S to LS. How do we go, or there is an algorithm to go from S to LS, and from how to come back from LS to S. Okay, so the next step, the person will be doing this, and then he will convert this also, he will not transfer it like this, he will convert this matrix into into an image form. Okay, so there is also by using MATLAB one can convert the matrix into an image form, apply algo to convert matrix of LS to a grayscale image, and then after doing this, originator will send the converted image of LS to apply algo to convert the image of LS to a matrix of LS. When it is received by the recipient, what will he do? He will convert the image of LS to S, and then to a matrix of LS, and from matrix of LS he will, by using the algorithm, he will convert it into S. Then the matrix, then it will apply the algo to convert the matrix of S to grayscale image. Okay, so this grayscale image, okay, will be received by the recipient, and the recipient will apply the algo to convert the S to a matrix of S, and then it will see then he will get the same matrix, which was to be matrix which is nothing but a signed network, which was sent by the which was sent and was with the care that it is not vulnerable to attack. So there can be, so while using this, several algorithms are involved. So algorithm to detect line sign graph and its root sign graph is there. So you can see that these are the algorithms, and then uh, all this is written in pseudocode. Then complexity of the computation involved in every algorithm, and then um, and all those algorithms which we are being used, those are being enumerated over here. And one can see with this example, suppose you have this network, the simplest network, and you want to transfer this. So first of all, what you will do, you will convert it into an adjacency matrix. So this is 1 2 3 4. So you 1 2 3 4 can be converted into an adjacency matrix. This will be the corresponding adjacency matrix. Then next will be you convert it into a grayscale image. So once you convert it into a, by using the MATLAB, you can convert this matrix into a grayscale. Okay, and then um, the image so produced is the original image which is to be encrypted. Okay, so compute the, now what you do, you compute the adjacency matrix of LS corresponding to the matrix of T. And so that now for this you need to populate the edge list, that is count number of non-zero entries in the matrix T. Okay, and let this, if this is number m, then the resultant matrix will be of order m cross m. And then further you can go through all this thing. Then this is the result, this is the adjacency matrix of the LS, and this is the grayscale image of LS. Okay, so this is the encrypted image by which now instead of transferring this, which has which can be represented by this image, has been transformed in by this image. Okay, and then so once this image is received by the recipient, he will try to see what information has come to him. So he will try to convert it into matrix, and matrix may not come in this format. Okay, so matrix he may get in this. So now how to convert this? So there are two functions, like calculate b by using this function so that you get this. And then again, because you have to have the matrix in 0 1 minus 1 form, so again another function is applied, this function, and we see that it is closely to 0, it is closely to 1 minus 1, this is 0 1 minus 1, and so forth. Okay, so the matrix so produced is this, which is same as the matrix of the sine graph S. Okay, so this is how it is being worked. I have shown it with the simplest example. So this one can one can use this, and for the, so if for not only for LS, you can have the transformation into a tedious network, or that network which is not easy to crack, and then you can send the information. Such kind can be used, when there is a like suppose there is a corpse to be kept in certain sensitive area, then you need to if you want to send this information to the to the person from the central place you are sitting, you want to manage the security at the place where there is a chaos, or where it is sensitive, you can send the information of the location of the corpse by this. But then as soon as it reaches, it should not be when while you are sending by email or anything, it should not be hacked in between. So in order to protect the hack, you have to have a lock and key. So if you want to transform the message, you transform it in an encrypted form, so that it is not cracked or not vulnerable to attack in between. And when it reaches the recipient can place the people in a suitable place so that the checks can be made. Otherwise, if they come to know, they will become more alert, and they will seek they will the people the chaotic people, the person people creating chaos will be sitting in the different people, and then it will be useless. The whole exercise of defense to create a secure to create a defense in that defense mechanism, or the to protect the people out there from the chaos, will be futile. It will not work. Okay, so that is why it is necessary that whatever information and goes, it goes in a confidential manner, and nobody is able to crack in between. So this is how we can one can use sign graph for the encryption and decryption. So I will be there are certain questions on this which I'll be sending to the organizers, and the organizers may ask you the questions, and you may, if you have any difficulty, you can contact me through the mail. This is my mail. I think I have given in the first page. If I have not, then you can. Sorry. So you can go through the my website. It is the Deepa Sinha 2000, Deepa Sinha at the rate South Asian at the rate south.ac.in. Okay, Deepa Sinha at the rate south.ac.in. You can pose your problem over there, or you can pose your problem to through your organizer to me. Thank you. Thank you for this. And then see you physically sometime when the things become normal, so that we interact to each other. Thank you so much. Thank you.